Right. Yep. Others weren't so lucky, though.
Hello and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Final Fantasy XVI. The last we left our hero, we finally made it to our new hideaway. Went and saved Martha from an incursion of what are apparently known as Black Shields, which, you know, that's an insult to Rosaria. And we handled everything we could here. Before moving to the next place, so. Whoa, that is not what I wanted. Our next destination is over here. It's also our only destination. Let's check this just in case before we have to go. That's just a memory thing. We can check that back. Yeah. Alright. To Hawk's Cry Cliff. In these heathered highlands, one might catch a glimpse of Rosalith Castle and everything else in between. So let's see what we're up to today. I think we're heading towards the Iron Kingdom in order to destroy their Mother Crystal.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Cid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
Right, that's where she was
For what?
taken.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Just in case, what do we got? Oh, nothing new.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
I really like the majority of his bloodlines, but I'm not really the biggest fan.
How far do
Armor
you
on
think your
his-
mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is...
Hawk's Cry Cliffs. Ah, been up here, been down here.
Well, we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Oh, okay. Go up here. like a good view. I'm like, oh man, I can get a picture. Pretty early in. Oh, yeah. There we go. We get the tower, and I believe that's Rosalith Castle in the background. Let's get the wind blowing the cape. Hell yeah. Like, I guess we could, ride our chocobo, but we only need to. In a new area. Birds are just active.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn.
Yo!
'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
Wait, we should just kill them.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else. You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Oh.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
It's so expensive. What did I spend on that? Orchestrion roll. It's also one of the cheaper ones. Of course. Hopefully we'll start getting more gil eventually, but not cheap, maybe. Like, this is more expensive. I'm not even gonna use this. But this, I could. And I do want to get the orchestrion rolls. I want to get the music. Alright, we'll do it.
Much obliged.
Let's see, hold on. It's you, there's you, and you. We'll talk to you first.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
We're gonna
You have to
take
be
their
dull
money.
as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000. We're going hunting for outlaws. How'd you like that, boy?
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
What did those knights want, Father?
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
But what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
Why would you ever want to do that?
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Yeah, these connect over here. So this is just the way we're going to get there.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Oh, fallen enemies.
Ever since the Apoditry, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
I feel like I probably don't use enough of my abilities. I have such long cooldowns. I don't know. Honestly, feels comfortable just. That's a good one. Oh, great. Why lock onto that one? Too far away? Alright. This thing. Some sort? Oh, we shouldn't have done that. Oh, works. That's just. Oh, and I got something and it disappeared real quick. Hold on. I think it was an accessory. Yep. Bull's Horn Braid. Increases lunge damage by 5%. I do use lunge a lot. But, I want to keep the magic item. Might replace Kate Sith. Maybe not yet. Shields, huh?
More of my mother's men.
Stay down. Okay. We've sort of been avoiding the north end. It's not really for any big reason. It's just like only a glimmer pickup or two up there. While down here, there's a chest and things like it. That chest right there.
Finished.
Target the flying ones yet? Yeah. Nice. I am the thunder. I am the thunder was for using my blind justice. Way to put that on. Okay! I didn't even see what I picked up there. Why? Ended it with that. Very nice. Oh, that's not
blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel.
Yeah, you go down pretty easy,
Why then?
to be
We
honest.
owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
Oh, that hasn't recovered yet. All right. Well.
Farewell.
Weakened winds!
I meant to use the other one. I also need to switch icons. Where's the other one? Dang. Enemy slain. I think we're in battles like that, we have to get the last hit. Because they had killed that guy already.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Old Hill. Guardians of the Flame.
It just means Old Hill.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Wait for you in Old Hill, which is right over there. You don't have to go too far.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Yup. Slaughtered an entire town.
This was my mother's doing.
Ever
Why?
since
Why would anyone?
first
I don't know.
sign
I
of
never truly
bullshit,
understood her.
I knew we were gonna kill
But
her.
this.
Curiosity. Oh, we got a few things. The Vice Regency. The Imperial Province incorporating the lands that were once Rosaria, ruled over by Annabella, formerly Duchess of Rosaria. One of her first acts as Vicereine was to institute a new order of knights, the Black Shields, who were dispatched to every corner of the province to maintain order. They would later come to serve as her personal army, settling her grievances against bearers and Dooku loyalists. The Black Shields, an order of knights instituted by Empress Annabella in one of her first acts as vicereine of the newly established imperial province of Rosaria. They are tasked with purging the impurities from the province, which in practice primarily involves slaying bearers upon the slightest pretexts. The Cullings. After being made viceroy of the newly annexed Rosarian territory, the Empress Annabella quietly established a host of loyal imperial soldiers, the Black Shields, to maintain order. Though branded as keepers of the peace, their true purpose was to carry out what has come to be known as cullings, or brutal massacres of provincial bearers and those who showed their sympathy. The killing is swift and indiscriminate, with the shields dispatched serving as judge, jury, and executioner. The chaos left in their wake is usually enough to deliver entire settlements to ruin. Fuck you!
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
How about we just end her?
We should go.
Not gonna burn the bodies?
Yes.
Send the smoke signal.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Alright, looking at my map. Two things in the north, west, northeast. Bodies I just left there. Can't go in there, but there's a blood trail. Oh yeah, there it is. Bodies everywhere. Strung up. I would be pronouncing chocobo, but they have in the game been calling them chocobos. I know, very similar. Isn't that? That's what we already have. We just got another one? I guess if we had missed it the first time? Because the first time was in a level. This one is out in the world. So, yeah, I guess make sure you don't miss it. Make sure you're close to go get it. Wait, does that mean I have two of them? I guess it doesn't show up here. Oh, I don't actually have two of them. Either that or it just doesn't show.
They're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
Very close by. About a minute's walk.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Okay.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Hit it too soon.
You'll
It's a jump.
find no succor to the south travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
On here. Oh, it's down to the beach.
Stay down.
The one who actually attacked us first. Yeah. Now we fight the devil. We can actually go in the water again.
Farewell. Enough.
There it was.
I needed that.
Don't get much from these fights. I don't get nothing. That tower is. Sure, we'll go there eventually. Oh, hey, you were not the ones we knew before.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. I'd hope my uncle fared better.
Company.
Before it even hit the ground. To go right, I have range. Always gotta remember that.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Hey, obelisk.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-rin's dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, good enough for
Fuck off!
Hang you chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your
sties! Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Maybe we could cut down the guards. Let the people in.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus.
And now we go this way.
We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
Probably.
As long as it is abandoned.
Exactly. Black light burns. I wasn't expecting it to turn a new chapter.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I head back to no, I really shouldn't do it on that side. If I head back here, will it just heal me? I can also buy some more stuff. All the other fast travels are open. You know what? We're gonna go back to the hideaway for a moment. I'm going to, I think, buy some more potions. Ah, we have a new missive. There's a new chapter, which is why I was thinking I should head back here. Nothing new over here. So we'll go to the Orchestrion, Karen's Toll, and our chambers. Let's see what I'm using. I'm always going to be walking this way. tells me it's not going to be very homey. Barely anything is happening. Oh. That would just make home creepy, and you don't want to do that.
You think it's alright to touch him?
You go first.
And what can I do for you?
Fucking, I'm getting this one.
It'd better all be here.
I mean, having
Cannot
one
find
less
a better
than that.
price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Oh, don't.
Really?
I'm not much bothered either way.
Oh, for doing the apple thing. Died from the yard, ran up a basket of Martels just this morning. Sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze they were. Told myself I was only gonna have one, but I reckon if no one else listens to Waldo, I don't have to either. You let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. It was a time you'd catch none but Sid supping on these, well, for their foul bite. But for him, it was never about the flavor, but about what they represented. The ability to make it our own way. Look at us now. Martell apples. A somewhat stunted, somewhat sweet apple grown from the blighted earth thanks to the dedication and perseverance of one woman, Martell. Though she was to lose her life from the wounds she sustained in Kupka's attack on the hideaway, her legacy lives in the sapling she saved from the ruins. And now we go back. Being able to just fast travel whenever? Excellent. Very good. All games with fast travel should have fast travel from wherever. Oh yeah, we've got a few things. Port Isolde. A port city situated in the southwestern coast of the imperial province of Rosaria. Only Rosalith rivals it for size, and in the glory days of Archduke Elwin's reign, its streets bustled with traders from across Valistea. Sadly, those days are long since gone, and Samberquois occupation has seen everything from marketplaces to military institutions subverted to the will of the Empire. Byron Rosfield, younger brother of the late Archduke Elwin and warden of Port Isolde, a thriving trading port in south of Rosaria. Byron inherited a small fortune from his noble family, which he built into a large one by virtue of his mercantile wiles and adventurous spirit. There is not a trading house nor a tap house in Valistea and beyond that does not have a tale to tell of Lord Byron Rosfield. The Lazarus District, an exclusive walled residential area situated just outside the eastern edge of Port Isolde. It was once the jewel in the city's crown and home to many of the nobles of the duchy. However, after the Empire moved its capital to the Crystalline Dominion, Port Isolde was all but abandoned, and this once grand district was soon overrun with thieves and bandits. Oh, we actually... Not even locked. Lazarus. Okay. Check.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Yeah.
Or not.
Oh, right, I forgot I could do that.
It's over.
No need now, we only have the one left.
You're finished.
He's bested. Bested, which means probably not technically slain. Is that a level up? Yeah, it is. 27.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
Woo!
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Is that? No.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed.
Wade!
You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. Sir Wade.
Look at that. There's a reunion we weren't expecting.
We can speak inside.
Okay. Attend to your wounded, who I wouldn't have killed them if you'd recognized me first off.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after.
Ooh.
Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps... Perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shield have committed in my mother's name.
So we're gonna slaughter them.
It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
He's actually in shield armor. The original shields. Remember.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord.
Stuff. Castles. Desert Rose. That's new. We'll probably end up finding a lot of these. So I don't really need to worry about that. And these. Maybe I should.
I will be here should you need aught else.
So I guess we never get to go into Port Isolde? Or maybe just...
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Oldale have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Party members. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. So, do I change my party? Like, do I have control about it? Or, oh, he's a guest. I can just hover over these. It doesn't actually do anything.
We'll keep them from the bridge. May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Fucking thing like that. It puts them out there in the distance.
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky I didn't.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Yeah, let's do this shit.
What is it now? I told you.
Told
we
who?
bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then
You
come!
really are overconfident.
Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Got 'em all!
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battle for them.
Bravo!
Oh shit. Okay, too late for that. Shit, that's not what I meant to do. New enemies? Damn it, I haven't even done this guy yet.
Imperials aren't taking any
Parried
chances.
with a lunge.
I can't say I'm flattered.
Got him. By going for my limit break there and then doing all the moves, I was able to take him out in one shatter.
noble stand.
One stagger.
Albeit a misguided one.
Knight of the Last Templar.
In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Come down here so I can kick your ass.
Sir Wade!
Founder, there's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
There we go! Haha! Enemy slain. Soon as you stagger the big enemies, just limit break and use as many moves as you can. Imperial Link, Dragon Talon.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Speech.
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Black or white, it matters not. I think we have enough for another ability level up. Where are we? What's going on? That's just takes care of nothing else.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your
Good.
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
Ooh, that's
I
good.
might have something which could help with the latter. It's the Mark of the Guardians.
Hey, another mark.
Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Seal obtained. Burnt blade.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Or are we just going? Yeah, we're just going. All right, Port Isolde it is. Rossfield Manor. Alright, skipping the pleasantries, we're just here. Fair enough, I
How
suppose.
accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
You did have the burnt blade there. At least know you're friendly.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
I know what he's doing.
You would mock me as well?
Nah, Uncle, remember? I did this here many years ago.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
Jill's like, the fuck?
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Yup, there we go. There we go. It is you.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Oh, he's crying.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
I love it.
You always
How's
were
it?
fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
Please.
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, we got a few more things here. He has the picture now. After the duchy was incorporated into the empire and Byron stripped of his titles, he shut himself away in his manor and gladly volunteered every guild to the onerous taxes and tariffs with which he was newly burdened, all to avoid drawing the empire's ire and to keep their attentions from his support for the Guardians of the Flame. Rutherford, he's the butler. We don't need to read that. The Saint in the Sectary, a beloved Valstean fable wherein good knight Sir Crandall of Camelot, servant of Saint Sybil the Unshod, does battle against the evil warlock Madu. The story was a favorite of the young Clive Rosfield, and he would often act out scenes with his uncle, the young knight naturally taking the role of Sir Crandall, and his rambustious Uncle Byron making convincing Madu.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Boy, you're alive!
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Of course I do. Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Since by your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Okay.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
There's anything to be bad at.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Cid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
He's so
This
into
will
it.
Be fun.
Jill, you gotta say what's on your mind. Come on, girl. It is very obvious something's plaguing you here. But I'm too caught up in Byron's excitement.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
It's not that long. Just use the obelisk. Here.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Side quests. What do we got? Ooh, important side quest over there. Main quest over there as well. Other side quest over here. And some other things to check off. Now, let's grab the less important side quest first, and maybe check our messages. Go on for that, and then we'll come over here.
I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the Gormans of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
We had to go back here before anything else. Oh. Thorgol's,
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad without all the bloody dust.
Lord Marquess, I ask once again if you'd forgive my men for your welcome back to Lazarus, but certainly you can understand you were the last person any of us were expecting to see at our gates. In the short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the self-same man I followed into Stillwater many years ago, a true bearer of your father's legacy. Only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all the others who were lost that night were still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and am proud to stand alongside you once again. Zolmex and the Imperials are in a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared like slumkers, but neither wants to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realize what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they've stepped in. If I were a man to lay wager, I'd put my cop on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. Should keep you appraised.
Did you come to borrow a book, Sid? Because you can't have this.
My knowledge is yours. I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Nope, still not enough.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Joshua addresses her by the name Jud. It's unclear whether it's her true name or pseudonym. So still attendant to Joshua. Sir Wade. Yeah, see, that was his shield armor. Oh. Nectar! Alright, man. Unblinking eye. I didn't notice he didn't blink.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
I'll have a notification mark when it's gotten enough.
I could have sworn we had a few more.
Typical noble.
How did we never hear about these guardians of the
Coast? May they never heard about us,
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
We have 85 now, so we have Berserker rate. Such is the renown of Sid the Outlaw, that much of my clientele would rather spend their time making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you
You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Yet normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
You'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster. He's Torgal. And he'd take a liking to you too if you gave him as many nuts as Nan does.
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
There's apparently a number of these.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe... Caer Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So...
Alright.
It sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
So, I was considering doing something.
I could have sworn we
When
had
we
a
get
few.
there. We'll view the hunt board first. The angel, I looked up all the hunts to see what level they were because Ahriman was pretty freaking difficult. That was mostly because of his doom spell. Angel of Death, I believe, is our level, 27. Elphegor is too strong. Dozmare here, which is our next target, is 28. So we may actually want to level up before fighting it.
I hear you say you were going to hunt down a griffin, Kupo? They don't have a bill for you, Kupo. Especially horrible one the locals call Dozmare. Dozmere.
Yeah, we're gonna go and fight this one, and then hopefully fight this one after. I think Elphegor is like level 30. It doesn't do anything. Caer Northern West Gate somewhere. This one's in Clairview somewhere. Oh, right. 525 went down. Wicked Wheel, I don't even have equipped anymore, I don't think. Use this one either. What do I use that I would want to upgrade? Gouge. Yeah, anything that can be upgraded, I can upgrade once before master. Okay. So we got something in Martha's Rest and then something in Sanbreque. Something new at the shop. Might want to check that out. Might not care. But yeah, the Angel of Death or whatever is over here. And the other thing's over by Caer Norvin. I was not expecting this. I do want to fight that thing over here, though. While I could go from Northreach, there's something new at the shop here, so we'll go from Lostwing. I should definitely stop by Martha's Rest before. Well, I mean, they're all side quests.
Good day to you. Sit.
The crystals we get from the tailor all but
Hey. Or
We haven't much, but you're free to look.
Dark Sash. I think I already have the Dark Sash. I've only been seeing this one now. I'm not sure. Witches of Warcraft. Increases ability points earned in normal encounters. Ooh, I don't have enough yet, but that's good to know. Ages of Warcraft, huh? That.
Keep fighting the good fight.
I don't think I would replace. I would replace the gold final. A lot of verticality. They don't. Oh, this is the church. Walked in here. Oh yeah, no, we've been here.
Word is the Black Shields took a hiding.
Right. Oh, I did not realize I had this on.
Stay down.
I definitely went up there and got the chest. Runa.
If that's what I think it is, this isn't gonna be easy. Let's try.
Oh, wait, shit. Oh, that's what I meant to do. Fucking change gear in combat. I meant to put on the Berserker ring. Buried. Oh no, that was this. Gambit is. Yeah! Oh, I actually got her with it. Ooh, there we go.
That's better.
There we go. Wow, so much easier than Ahriman. It really was just that fucking doom spell. Clouded Eye. Unique crafting.
I know I will.
Okay. Well. Okay, that's enough to get the thing. So, yeah, from here we could I mean, there's another obelisk here. So that's what we're going to end up using to go get the griffin. Right now, this guy had a thing I want. And then we'll go talk to Martha.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the...
We haven't much, but you're free to look. Ah, yes. I trust it's all here. Ah, yes.
Martha, what's up? Wait, no, butcher.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we? So, about the price.
Perhaps I'd live longer if I bade this town farewell. But I've grown rather fond of the old place.
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails.
Oh, jeez.
Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up, hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer, when there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 Reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Oh. All the way over here. Okay, so if we just go down the bridge, pretty much be a straight shot.
Stay sharp.
After what the Empire did to Martha's don't you go causing any trouble now.
Oh, there you are.
Let's go.
Faster!
I can jump? Can I can glide? What? Oh man, that's cool.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Chest have already opened. Love that combo. Combo, slam, lunge. Oh, I meant to equip the thing.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
They give us so many accessories. I'm kind of sad that they only have those things. Like, one of them's gotta be the experience boost.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
I did indeed.
Marvelous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long. I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss.
Or one bite and you're gonna hate it.
Odin's teeth. What an assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency, there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavors, but never have I tasted anything so fine.
Are you sure about that?
Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
You're, welcome.
Share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's Stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
Quest complete! Don't get your hopes up, friend. Oh, badge of metal, increased defense by 30. Oh, it's a +1. It's an upgrade.
Well, that was certainly not what I expected. I wonder what other surprises await me on my pilgrimage.
Right. Okay. This is still directing me toward the hunt board.
Typical nobles.
Weird, because you can't, like, actually select anything. On the other hand, I think I have 100.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Okay, so that's what happens. It just unlocks the next few. Which is a 135.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Right. Lost Wing is where we need to go. actually an obelisk over here. We just, when we were here before, the cutscene stopped us here, and then we were inside. Some other things around here. Now, I might want to take another look at my equipment before we actually move on. Probably switch out the gold file. Oh, I am curious to see what it will auto-equip for me. The other badge of might. Wow, that's funny. You're funny. Yeah. Go to Wages of Warcraft. Normal encounter. So before we actually fight the hunt, because I don't think that counts as a normal encounter, we'll switch this off for Berserker. I actually effectively used that in battle. Just gotta remember that I have it. Yeah, I see by upgrading it, it actually has more of a ring, a bit more hit at the end. I guess we can go into the cellar now. It was blocked off before. But I think there is... Yeah, that's the location of another mark, but... So I'll go down there when the mark brings us there.
Good day to you.
Moving. Good on road. Right? Feels more like a walking riding area. Especially with stuff like this. Late on that, Jill.
We're not alone.
Okay. Shift room is the best thing.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Bubbles. Very important that we do. Blues, that'll also be Hello, Dozmar. Osmar? Oh.
Another work will have to wait. Torgal.
Okay. What was that? Oh, why can't I fucking dodge this thing?
Too slow.
Whoa! Holy shit! Is that what the Berserker Ring does? Cause that's fucking cool!
Too slow.
Okay, not entirely what I expected. Oh shit! Oh, wow, okay. Still fired up though. Alright, didn't get the counter. Thank you.
Nice try. I needed that.
Oh, right. Get out of there. Oh, too close. There we go. Ooh, I'm actually quite hurt, aren't I? Back, 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 back. Okay, yeah, we dodged it. Alright, good. Let's do this. Not appealing.
There's a good boy.
Yeah! That was a lot of damage. Okay. Okay, the Berserker Ring is fucking cool and excellent for these boss battles. Off my rock. Back, 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 back. That's the wrong one. Sure, why not? Oh, that's a tornado.
Take this.
Get me up. Thanks for the heal or whatever that was.
I'll be fine now.
Stone skin for a bit more defense.
Too slow.
Yeah! Oh, there we go. Torius Mark slain. Oh yeah. Got 2 of them. Scarletite. One of the hardest metals known to man. Huh. And now we find the guy.
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man?
Yeah, you get a pet for that. Good job. Alone with something here. Right. Notice we are out of items. Grab this. I don't know if he's gonna send me all the way back. Chest over here I want. Grab that first. Only 5 chunks of wyrite, but it's a chest, so I want it. Whatever Jill cast on us is still...
Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She send you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
And we tell him the story.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art. And not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you.
Also, if we need to find you again, how do we do so? Okay, he's gone.
Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Indeed. That was one hell of a fight. Got our treated leather. Are these lines, if not the country lines? Are they the country lines? Because wouldn't they have shifted if the Dominion was occupied by Sembrak now?
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster.
And with a bit of luck,
Switch you out for...
Clive might even find the geezer.
Bloody busybodies, the both of you.
How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this. Along with his regards.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea.
Good.
Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for.
Yeah,
anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
Huh. As if there was a better one out there. It wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
You're very welcome. Quest complete. Blacksmith's Boots. Is that not quite a level? Pretty close. Drake Slayer's Belt Design Draft. Necessary for crafting the Drake Slayer's Belt. Alright. And recipe unlocked. Alright. You've obtained the design draft of the Drake Slayer's Belt. Design drafts unlock new crafting options at the Black Hammer. My thoughts.
Clive. So, what'll it be?
Ah, that symbol means I can get it from a beast on the board. Oh, Drake Slayer's bracelets as well. Alright. Drake Slayer's belt and bracelets.
And?
Oh, about time we're done. Should. Tomorrow to talk to Vivian.
I could have sworn we had a few.
Let me just check a few things.
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Every day.
Same way they never heard about us, I expect.
help you today, Clive?
We got.
Come to claim your just desserts?
It used to be I would step into a tavern only to find myself overwhelmed with requests to sing Die on the Bold or the Curl and the Serving Girl. But now all anyone wants to hear of is Sid the Outlaw. It made me a very rich man, my friend.
Here you are.
I got an orchestrion role.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Nope. Only other thing is Belfort. The reward was higher than we got for it. It's weird. Or maybe it's because I have the thing on. Oh, it might be.
A part of me thought Drake's head might be the last crystal we ever cracked. But I'm glad I was wrong.
Okay, we'll talk to her. There we go. Oh, it's the same shot from yesterday. Okay. Oh. Gotta test them all before I actually see them. Alright, that works. Gonna raid into Ariel. Just chatting at the moment, but she's a good one. So we'll see what she's up to. Alright, well, until next time, this is the Pirate King.